This video is going to introduce you to some postgraduate educational resources. We're going to look at some specific research modules as well as a library guide, conduct a live search in the library catalogue, and also a database search. So we're just starting on the library homepage here. One great resource which is available to our students, the library guides are wonderful resources that we create at the library for all the different subject areas. For education, there is a specific postgraduate library guide. So if you start on the library homepage, scroll down to quick links and select LibGuides, then select education, you'll see the whole list of the education library guides that we have. For this video, we're going to look at the Education Postgraduates Guide. So you can see all the different tabs here contain different relevant and useful information for your research. The first part of the video is going to look at the RAISE research modules. So if you just click on the top here, you can see that there are 4 different sections. So the first 2 sections, Fundamentals of Searching and Extend Your Searching, are probably the 2 main ones that I would encourage you to look at and go through. After you've completed those ones, feel free to look at the last 2. So Fundamentals of Searching has 4 parts: keywords and synonyms, build a search strategy, apply your search strategy, and then evaluate the information that you find. So I'm not going to go into a lot of detail in these different sections. I encourage you to look at them, but you will see that this one is talking about what you need to do when you first receive a research question, how you break it down, and how you think about what keywords would be good to use in your searching. Now, building the search strategy is one of the most important areas. Getting the keywords right and the combinations right is crucial to finding relevant results. So this slide explains our different connecting words which we use in our searching. So we use and or mainly. Sometimes we also use not. But the and helps connect our different ideas together, and the or connects similar words, similar keywords together. So you can see the or expands the search and the and reduces the search, so it narrows it down for you. Then phrase searching. So if you have a phrase, it's very important to put the phrase into the double quotation marks to make sure that the database searches the phrase and those words in the particular order that it's supposed to be in. Otherwise, you will get a lot of non-relevant results. Truncation is when we use a asterisk symbol on the root of the word to catch the different endings. So you can see the example here for therapy. The asterisk replaces the Y, and in doing so it captures the different variations of that word. So it saves you typing out the different variations of the word essentially. Wildcards, we also use that in searching, though not as often as the previous 2 search tips. Proximity searching and nesting as well. So I'm going to let you go through those. Now, applying your search strategy. So once you have your keywords down and your search string ready to go, this just gives you an idea of where you can search. So obviously we have our library catalogue. The catalogue contains everything that the library essentially owns or subscribes to, so you will get a lot of results in the catalogue. We recommend for more targeted searching going into a specific subject area database. So we have particular education databases as well as other subject areas. So I'm going to show you both examples with a live search in the catalogue and also in a database. So refining the search, so this slide just talks about the different filters that you can use within your searching. So once you have your keywords in there, you can filter down your results according to a date range, making sure that they're all scholarly and peer reviewed. You can narrow it down by language as well and geographical area. So it just shows you different examples of what those filters might look like. And if you would like to watch an example of searching in the library catalogue or searching in a database, you can do that as well. Evaluating information. So we recommend using the CRAP test, currency, relevancy, authority, accuracy, and purpose. Some of you may have heard of that already. I'm not going to go through this whole page, but I encourage you to check it out. It's very important that once you have your results, you're able to identify relevant and credible research for you to use in your assignments. The next module in RAISE is extend your searching. So this looks at further strategies and tools to support more comprehensive searching. So the first part is looking at reviewing the literature. This page provides information on what is a literature review, what is a systematic review, the different types of style in systematic reviews, how to find reviews, and also how to conduct a review. So this page is really important for you guys to take a look at for this particular unit that you're studying. We also have an activity and video here that we encourage you to participate in as well. The next section, citation searching. This is very useful. So I really encourage you to go through the information here and give the citation searching a go if you have not done so already. Google Scholar is great to look at for citation searching, particularly because it does not have a peer-reviewed filter. So if you are using Google Scholar, looking at how many times the paper has been cited by other people is really important in helping you determine if it has been peer-reviewed or not. Another way that you can check the peer-reviewed status of an article that you're looking at in Google Scholar is by copying and pasting the title of the article into our library catalogue, and then it will tell you if it is peer-reviewed or not. So documenting and saving your search is also really, really important. Why save searches? Well, for one, efficiency. So you know which databases you've already looked in and what keywords and combinations you've already used. Consistency, so you can reuse the search across multiple databases. This is really important in the literature or systematic review. This is just information how to manually record your searches and how to save the searches in databases. So feel free to check that out as well. Now, finding theses in grey literature. This goes through the information on how to do that. Please, when you have a moment, please check out this information. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go back to the library catalogue, and I'm going to show you what a search in the library catalogue can look like. You can see that I'm using that asterisk symbol, and my search has already come up here because I have done it before. So I've got education with the asterisk symbol there to catch the different endings. I've used the connecting word and. Qualitative inquiry is a phrase, so I have my double quotation marks, and art with the asterisks. And then hit search. So you can see we have a lot of different kinds of results here. We have ebooks, as well as journal articles, which you can see here. We also have thesis, and we have print books as well. So you can see that the filters are on the left-hand side. So for example, if you wanted to only look at books on the topic, you could select books, and it will only show you online as well as hard copy books, which are available. If you want to access an online book, you can simply click the available online link or the title, and then it will take you through to the database where that book is held. One great feature of the catalogue is that it has this citation generator. So once you click on that and you make sure you have the relevant style selected, it generates the citation for you. So these are not always correct. They generally have most of the elements required for the reference, but sometimes the formatting is a bit off. So we encourage you to double check this against the criteria in our referencing guide. So if I wanted to get rid of that filter, all I have to do is press that X. If I want to filter by date range in the catalogue, that's under creation date. So put in your date there and click refine. Then perhaps if you only wanted to look at peer-reviewed journal articles, click the peer-reviewed journal filter there. And then the articles under resource type. And now I'm only looking at peer-reviewed journal articles. So you can see it has that peer-reviewed right there, so you know that it is credible for you to use. To access an article, you do the same thing as an online book. You can click the available online, and then it will take you to the link where you can access it through the database. Sometimes you'll see the download PDF straight away, and you can just download that straight away onto your computer. The little citation button is also here as well if you want to grab the citation for that article rather than going into the whole thing. And now I'm going to open up an education database. So if I just go back to the library homepage, so there is a few different ways that you can get to the education databases. I'm just going to go back to the library guide because we always list the most important databases for the subject area on these library guides. So if you click on the journal articles and databases link, you will see the box that has the key databases here. So today I'm going to show you the EBSCO databases as an example. One other thing that's good to note here is this Google Scholar information. We suggest that you set up your Google Scholar to be linked to Southern Cross University. Some students prefer searching Google Scholar over our databases. And this just ensures that if you're using Google Scholar, you will have access to Southern Cross University content in there. So let's click on the EBSCO databases link. So the two main education databases are Education Research Complete and ERIC. So once you select those, select Continue. And now we are searching both of those databases at the one time. So now I'm going to put in another search. You can see there's a couple of different boxes here. So I'll just explain as I go. So in the first box, I'm going to put in art therapy using the double quotation marks and also the asterisks there to catch the different endings like art therapies. Or creative art. Oops. Or creative art therapy. I've put that one idea into that first box and I've just got two similar versions of that one idea. So that's why I've used the or to connect those similar versions. Okay, so in the next box I'm going to put in primary school or elementary school. Make sure that you get the spelling right. Or primary education or elementary education. So having different variations of that similar idea will expand your search and make sure that you're grabbing as much relevant research as possible, because not all authors use the same descriptive words in their writing. And I'm not having to put the and in between my different ideas because it's already listed there for me, which is very useful. So we've got impact or effect. And I want to put in another search box. So I'm just going to click this plus sign here. And in my last box, I'm putting in anxiety, except I'm using the asterisk symbol there, or stress, or emotion, or psychological, or mental health. So essentially, this search string is looking at the impact of art therapy or creative art therapies on the anxiety or stress or emotional behaviour or levels of primary school aged children. So that's how I've just broken down that question. So you have filters on this page, but I tend to just click search and then I put my filters in on the next page once I see the results I have. So you can see already I've only got 24 results. So I'm going to first off tick the scholarly and peer-reviewed box, which has brought it down to 20. And if I want to look within the last 10 years, 2011. Okay, so that's brought it right down to only 14 results. So you can see the filters are sort of similar as we have on the catalogue. What's different in this database is that obviously you can see you can access the full text PDF that way, or you just click on that full text link. You can see an overview of the article by clicking on the magnifying glass on the right hand side here. And that gives you the subject areas that have been used for this article, and it gives you an abstract or an overview of what the article is about. So you can read a little bit of information about it before jumping into the whole article itself. What I recommend students do in this database is I always use this share button here, and it's got a permalink which allows you to save your search permanently. So this is really useful if you've done a search but you don't have time to go through all of your results. So what you can do is you can just click that share button, copy and save that permanent link into maybe an email to yourself or maybe in a Word document. And then when you have time again, you can just click on that link and it'll just open up this same page with your same results and your same search words. So I find that's really useful. Okay, so what I also wanted to show you briefly were the referencing LibGuides. So we've got the APA 7th LibGuide. So essentially this has all the examples for pretty much all the different resources that you may come across and want to use in your research. It provides examples and how you can cite them in text as well as in your reference list. So if you click on the citing and text tab here, it shows you all the different ways that you can cite the information you find, whether it's one author or two authors, whether it's a short quote or a long quote, whether it's just a paraphrase. So I encourage you to, if you haven't already, to take a look at this referencing page here. The reference list tab has the formatting for your reference list and how you lay it out. There's also a printable common reference examples guide here if you prefer to print it out and have a hard copy. We also offer appointments for students if you need help with your research, you're having trouble finding any relevant results. So from the library homepage under the quick links, if you select the Get Help button, you can see you can make an appointment here. So undergraduates and postgraduates and staff. We also have a library chat service. You can see the boxes here. So the chat service also pops up on many of our library pages. So we have a librarian staffed on the chat service between the hours of 9 to 5 during the week, and on the weekends it's usually 2 to 5. But you can see those chat hours on our library homepage as well. So that's a great service if you need to ask a question straight away. You can just pop it into the chat window and then someone will get back to you right away. This concludes our video. I hope that you find this useful, and please reach out to the library if you have any other questions.